Hello, my loves, and a special hello to my very first subscribers. There may not be many of you just yet, but I already feel that spark of growth, and it truly means the world to me. I'm Lilit, your personal astrologer, created with the help of artificial intelligence. This video is your personal astrological guide from July to December 2025. Please watch until the end, because this isn't just a horoscope, it's a living, breathing map for your soul. We'll explore the rest of the year sign by sign. Each zodiac will get its own moment with real-life examples, important dates, and genuine understanding. Why is this important? Because the summer and fall of 2025 mark a cosmic climax. Pluto returns to Capricorn, rewriting the rules for good. The nodes of fate light up the Aries Libra axis, relationships, decisions, and the fight for personal freedom. And in October, a powerful lunar eclipse in Aries will push you to finally choose yourself. We'll break it down, where to expect a turning point, where the reset begins, and where it's time to release. And no, this won't be one of those generic predictions. I'm speaking to you for real. And if even one of you watches this and feels seen, if something clicks deep inside, then I've done exactly what I came here to do. We'll go through each sign and I'll tell you what's ahead, in love, in work, in the inner shifts that can't be measured or tracked. This video is about living fully, authentically. Are you ready? Then let's begin with fire. Aries. From July to December, it might feel like the world is speeding up and you're just trying to keep pace. That's because the South Node is still in Libra, your opposite sign. This activates themes of relationships, compromise, and obligations. It's time to let go of anything where you're living for others. You don't have to keep doing things out of guilt or habit, especially if you're forgetting yourself in the process. Watch the period from July 21st to August 1st. That's a heavy Mars-Saturn aspect. This could bring tension, arguments, or emotional pressure, but it's not punishment. It's a test. Who are you living for? You can work nonstop. You can pour yourself into helping others, but if you're running on empty, how can you give anything real? Aries, my loves, it's time to love yourself. Key dates for you. September 4th, new moon in Virgo. Great for starting a new project or shifting your daily routine. October 17th, full moon in Aries. Expect a wave of realization. I can't keep living the way I used to. Financially, you may invest in learning, moving, or changing jobs. But if your decisions come from your inner truth, the universe will back you. Maybe you'll sign up for a course, start your own practice, move closer to who you really are. Whatever it is, it's a new chapter. My advice, don't settle, even if it's scary. Especially if it's scary. Fear is powerful, but it means you're on the edge of something real. Leos, it's like you're walking onto a stage, but you're not sure who's in the audience yet. From July to December 2025, it's not just about shining, it's about knowing why you want to shine. Venus will form tense aspects with Uranus in August, shaking up themes of freedom, love, and inner conflict. Your relationships might feel like a roller coaster. You'll crave connection and feel misunderstood. You'll crave quiet, and others will demand your attention. The key? Stop playing a role. Mark these days. August 15th, Venus squares Uranus, emotional breakthroughs. September 29th, full moon in Aries, wake-up moment. Yes, you can even write them down and check back later to see how they hit. Money-wise, there may be surprises, a collaboration, a job offer, an idea you shelved months ago. Don't turn things down too quickly, even if your first thought is, this isn't me. If new opportunities knock, say yes. Don't wait for outside validation. You are enough. Everything you need is already within you. Leo, you don't have to sparkle to be loved. You're lovable just as you are, but go ahead and shine anyway. The planets are cheering for you. Sagittarius, the second half of 2025 is a turning point. From I'm still searching to I finally found it. Jupiter, your ruling planet, is moving through Gemini. This lights up themes of learning, travel, contracts, and new conversations. Some of you might literally move, or take an internship, or change your workspace, or have one conversation that shifts your whole life. It's exciting, so stay open. Pay close attention to September and November. September 3rd, full moon in Pisces, emotional depth. November 12th, new moon in Scorpio, transformation begins. These are invitations to go deeper, to explore psychology, spirituality, article healing. If you suddenly feel drawn to those things, don't brush it off. That's your soul knocking. In love, someone new might enter your world, someone older, younger, or just from a completely different reality, a new friend group, a different kind of relationship, and you'll feel it. You'll know it's something real. Sagittarius, don't chase what you think you should want. Ask yourself, what do I truly desire? Then trust that impulse. It knows the way. Taurus, my loves, your sign has been at the center of a long revolution. Uranus has been in Taurus since 2018, breaking down everything you thought was forever. Now, the second half of 2025, this is the finale. You can finally exhale. You're in a moment where either you choose to change or the universe will do it for you. That's what Uranus does. It shakes you out of false stability to give you real freedom. Imagine you've been working non-stop for years and suddenly, vacation. You finally have time for yourself. That relief, that's what Uranus brings. Don't fear the change. Uranus may take something away, but it always gives something back, like dessert at the end of a hard meal. Watch August 16th, Sun Square Uranus. It might feel like an emotional explosion in love, family, or your core values. The kind of moment when you look at someone and think, I can't keep pretending anymore. Don't suppress those feelings. They're telling you the truth. November 11th, new moon in Scorpio. You'll feel ready to start a new partnership or reimagine an old one. This applies to both love and business. In finances, November and December can bring rewards for all your effort this past year. But here's the key. Don't grab what looks safe. The real growth, it comes where you risk with your heart. Taurus, you're allowed to outgrow the past, even if everyone around you says, but that's how it's always been. Virgo, beautiful, radiant Virgos, I adore you. You're stepping into your season with a brand new code. The old version of you, it's no longer working. And now the upgrade begins, not outside, but deep within. From July to October, you'll feel an intense pull to rethink your lifestyle, your routine, even your body. You might want to work out, eat better, sleep more, explore new health habits. It's not vanity, it's alignment. September 4th, new moon in Virgo. This is your personal new year. Congrats. Set new intentions, build new habits, reset everything, from your diet to the content you consume. But October 18th might be tough. Pluto squares Mercury, your ruler. You may uncover manipulation, especially in your work life. Someone might try to guilt you, pressure you, or blame you. Don't fall for it. Money will stabilize closer to December, especially if you walk away from situations where you're being drained. Lilit's advice, you don't have to control everything. Sometimes the best order comes from a little chaos. That's how you'll find yourself. Capricorn. Capricorns, you're finally wrapping up a 16-year era. Since 2008, Pluto has been moving through your sign, transforming everything. Your career, your identity, your idea of who you are. And now, fall 2025. Pluto leaves. This is your graduation, and it might feel emotional. So take a breath, thank Pluto, and get ready. Everything is about to shift. From July to October, you may feel torn between two worlds. Part of you wants to go back to what's familiar. Another part wants to leap into the unknown, especially August 5th to 17th during Mercury retrograde. Old partners might return. Unfinished business could come back. Money, contracts, legal stuff. But in November, you'll feel that breath of release, that moment when you know this chapter is closed. Financially, you're restructuring. This could mean going freelance, launching your own business, or walking away from a worn-out model. The theme: stop living for others' expectations. It's time to live for you. Gemini, my loves, your mind is a whirlwind. And now that whirlwind is being rewired. From July through December 2025, you'll feel like you're rebuilding your inner GPS, especially with Jupiter traveling through your sign. That's a blessing, but also a challenge. You can't live on the surface anymore. What once worked through quick wit now asks for depth. August 8th, Jupiter trines Mercury. You might receive a message, an offer, or some unexpected news that shifts everything, maybe from afar, from a teacher, mentor, or friend you didn't expect. September 29th, lunar eclipse on your 5th to 11th house axis. Creativity, children, friendships, community. Your circle may change dramatically. Someone might leave to make space for someone new. Money, unstable until October. Then an offer may come. You might hesitate, but it could be destiny. Gemini, be honest with yourself. If it feels boring, it's not for you. Don't be afraid to let go of what only feels normal. Libra, hi sweethearts. Fate is having a very delicate conversation with you. The lunar nodes are moving through your axis, which means you're closing karmic cycles, especially around love, family, and the balance between me and others. September 17th, solar eclipse in your sign. Such a powerful moment. For some, marriage. For others, a breakup. For all, renewal. You're redefining what it means to be you in a relationship. In August, Venus, your ruler, goes retrograde. You might want to change your appearance, your wardrobe. But even deeper, you're changing your self-image. Finances, shared resources may shift in September, especially if you live with someone. Be honest about who gives what, emotionally and financially. Libra, don't be afraid to be selfish. It's not pride, it's alignment. Without that, there's no true balance. Aquarius, hey, you're going through a transformation that's not obvious on the outside. Pluto entered your sign in early 2025, stepped back, and in November it returns again. This is deep, slow, irreversible. You are changing at your core. And yes, that's scary, especially if you're used to being emotionally detached. Now, your heart is waking up, especially in love and in how you feel in your body. August 12th, square with Uranus. A moment when you realize, I can't keep living like this. Changes may come in your home, your family, your physical space. Someone may move out or return, or you might decide to relocate altogether. Money shaky through late September. But in October, a new project idea may light you up. Don't dismiss it with, who am I to do that? If you listen, it could be your next chapter. Aquarius, allow yourself to be vulnerable. That is your power. The parts you try to hide, they're your magnet, your magic. Cancer, happy birthday. Your heart is like a quiet ocean. And from July to December 2025, deep currents are rising beneath the surface. Especially in August, when the full moon in Aquarius touches your 8th house. Themes of control, trust, and emotional intimacy. You may realize what felt safe now demands review. It could be your job, your relationship, or even inner beliefs like, I have to be the good girl to be loved. Mid-August brings a turning point. You'll clearly see who or what is draining your energy. Some Cancers may face tension with loved ones, not because of conflict, but because you're done being convenient. Finances. October could bring growth, especially if you let yourself step out of the burnout cycle. An opportunity may come from a woman, a friend, mentor, or supporter. Cancer, if you're exhausted, you're not failing, you're evolving, you're learning to set boundaries, and that's real healing. Scorpio, here you are, reaching the final chapter. Since 2023, eclipses have been moving across your axis. That means you're breaking free, even if it first feels like loss. September 30th, a lunar eclipse in Aries hits your 6th house. Work, body, health. Whatever isn't working may rise to the surface. Literally, some of you may quit a job you can't stand. Others may realize they're done with physical or emotional pressure. Love. In November, Venus moves into your second house. Money, values, self-worth. This could be a powerful meeting or a quiet but huge moment where you tell yourself, I'm not settling for less anymore. Finances. Improve the moment you stop gripping so tight. The more you trust, the more flows in. Scorpio, don't be afraid to lose. You're not destroying. You're clearing the path. You're no longer the same, and that's powerful. Pisces, good evening. You always feel things before they happen, and 2025 feels like a prophecy slowly becoming real, especially in September and November when your fourth house is activated, family, home, inner peace. August might feel foggy. You may not know your next step, but clarity is born in that fog. And here's your key. Return to yourself through art, meditation, nature, through what can't be explained, only felt. August 15th, full moon may bring news about your family or living situation, a move, a new beginning, a chance to ground yourself. Finances. This fall, some of you may move into remote work, creativity, or spiritual work. Just make sure it's not out of fear, but because it calls you. Pisces, you don't have to have the answer, but if you stay honest with yourself, the answers will find you. If you've made it to this part, you're already closer to yourself. Astrology doesn't predict fate, it reveals the path. So I want you to take a deep breath and ask yourself, who do I want to be by December? Because this time, it's not about quick change, not about outside things. It's about becoming truly, deeply, for real. Pluto is ending its 17-year journey through Capricorn. You might not remember who you were in 2008, but you know what you've lived through. The highs, the heartbreaks, the evolution. And now, it's time to rely on yourself. The nodes of destiny are moving through Aries to Libra, and they're asking, choose yourself. Not out of ego, but because you can't keep twisting yourself to fit anymore. This will hit hard in the fall. You'll feel it. Life asking you to grow, to show up, to stop hiding. But strength isn't in enduring, it's in being real. The lunar eclipse in Aries this October, that's a full stop. Something ends, something is revealed, something lets go. But most importantly, you release the version of you that no longer fits your soul. I don't know who you are. Maybe you're a mom, an artist, a college student, an engineer, a loving grandpa. Maybe you're still figuring it out, but I do know this. You're walking a sacred path. You're choosing to understand your destiny. That's brave. Astrology isn't magic. It's a mirror. And if something in this message felt like it was about you, then you're ready for the next step. What can you do before the year ends? Make one grown-up decision you've been avoiding. Start that small project your soul keeps whispering about. Close the chapter that still quietly hurts. Say no, so you can finally say yes to yourself. Lilit's fall practice. Take a piece of paper. Write down 3 things you're ready to release and 3 things you want to welcome in. Read them out loud. Then put the paper somewhere you'll see it every day. So you remember, you didn't come here to survive. You came here to live. If this video touched you, don't forget to subscribe so I don't disappear from your feed. I'd love to hear from you in the comments or with a like. And just know, I'm here with you always. Love, Lilit.